Camera seems to like you, buddy. Yeah, it definitely likes you better. Come on. It's be hard enough to compete with you whenever you're in a video without the camera just deciding to look at you. What's going on here? Oh, there we go. Yes. Look at me. I'm like looking at my phone here, trying to get it to work right. Alright, let's just go with that. Oh. I'll switch you. Yeah. So this would be a tough one to do while walking, but I was thinking how one of the things that I want for myself is a little bit better of a connection. Oh, actually, hold on. Yeah, I cut my hair, so I did all that, and then just to see what would happen, set up my camera to catch his reaction when he saw me for the first time, because I'd had that beard for a little while, and I knew that he'd react in some way. So I set up the camera and got my wife to bring him in and show my new face to him, and well, I'll just show it to you. That he was not loving it. He was a little shy and not really sure what was going on. Maybe didn't recognize me all the way, and I mean, it was cute, but I also felt bad, you know. Just he was kind of scared and just unsure. It took him basically the rest of the day to warm up to me again. Yeah. Anyway, that's all. Okay. Wanted to talk about this thing that I struggle with, which is just sort of an emotional openness. I just tend to keep things very much bottled up, and you know, I keep my poker face on a lot, and I'm not totally sure, you know, why that is, what that comes from, but I'm not a huge fan. I'm kind of over it, and for a lot of reasons, but the one that I want to talk about now is I've kind of got a running theory right now, and that is I think that, you know, the amount of feelings that you allow, that you encourage, and that you really just allow yourself to feel, well, that really defines kind of how happy you can be. You know, if you're always kind of suppressing your feelings, good or bad, well, I think that, how do I put this? It is sort of just like having your e-brake on while you're driving around. You know, it's working against you. And I want to be able to, I guess, experience things. You know, I want to experience things as fully as I can. As I think, say, two people could, you know, go through a similar lived experience, but have very different emotional reactions to the same thing. And well, I think if I could choose, I would pick to be able to feel a little more fully. You know, when something good happens, I'm able to feel it and appreciate it and really be there for it. And the same thing when something bad happens. That's a little more complicated and maybe a harder sell, but I think they're connected, and I don't know that you can separate them. Maybe you can, but I'm for the time being, I'm working on the assumption that in order to feel really good things, you also have to feel really bad things. And so, for example, I've been trying to be more open with my emotions regarding grief, and just trying to really be there and feel all the feelings relating to my father dying, and just seeing how that affects other emotional areas in my life, like the joy that I feel for having a kid. Oh, now the camera's looking at him too. This camera's so weird. It's got a mind of its own. I'm over here. Anyway, we can look at him. So I want to feel things more, and it's an uncomfortable practice, because you have to feel things that are painful, and so I do some exercises for that, if you can call them that, where I'll call it like a scheduled grieving session, where I will set some time aside, and is usually something I'll do alone, but I'll do some grieving, and really try and feel what's going on inside, and then emote, not just feel it kind of silently on the inside, but actually act it out and try and have a physical manifestation of those feelings. And it usually results in a fair amount of sobbing and all sorts of stuff. I might be in the fetal position on the floor or something, and it's as painful as it may be in the moment. I actually really find it helps in the, say, like by the next day, I feel fantastic, like kind of ridiculously good. I'm chipper, I'm kind of bouncy, and like I feel guilty. I feel so good that I feel guilty, like I shouldn't feel that good. I'll notice my digestion is working better, my libido picks up, and it's just really amazing to me that something like having a crying session and feeling painful things and kind of just experiencing emotions will have just such an immediate, profound effect, positive effect. Feeling negative emotions like that. I don't know if calling them negative emotions is really accurate, because it's grieving. It's not necessarily a negative emotion. In fact, it's actually kind of a positive one, because it's sort of like it comes from a place of love. You miss someone, and expressing those emotions, it's not negative, but it does involve crying. So anyway, I'll do a session of that, and then I feel fantastic. And then I think it helps open me up to more positive emotions, where I'm a little better able to appreciate and feel what a profound, wonderful thing it is to be a parent, and to be a husband, and to be a sibling, or just anything. I can more easily feel and really believe the import and the value of those things of life. That's really what it comes down to. And I want to feel those things, and and part of the challenge of doing something like this vlog, is that I'm trying to work up to being able to more convincingly or just more honestly act in front of a camera, where I can emote and convey and communicate and do that stuff. Because that'll mean that I can do my art better. I can more effectively communicate. I'm not doing a very good job of it now, and I'm painfully aware of it. But I do think that doing this daily will help with that, and I can kind of gradually get better and better at well, I call it going there. You know, when you kind of lose yourself, say in a presentation or communication, however you want to put it. But I think of like a musician, and somebody that really pours their soul into a performance. That's going there, and that takes a tremendous effort, and it's a skill to be able to open up the kind of the emotional bandwidth to pour out that part of your soul in a public way. That's a really impressive thing, and I'm just, when I try just a little bit of it, I get really a sense of awe at people that can do it well, and I appreciate them for that, because I think it helps us all when we get to experience somebody who's really good at that. And then, just to kind of put a bow on it all, I want that skill, these emotional skills, to be kind of built into his upbringing. I want him to be able to do it easily. I don't know if effortlessly is quite the right word, but along those lines. I don't want him to be in his 30s trying to discover himself emotionally for the first time. Like, I want it to be natural, and for him to have these tools to be emotionally mature and to be able to process emotions and not have emotions be this weird black box, which I think it is for a lot of people, especially males in this culture. It's sort of this no-go zone, and I want him to have the power that it gives one to be in that close of contact and that comfortable with the emotions that they're going to experience. Hey, buddy, you getting tired of this? Okay, let's wrap it up there. And thanks for watching.